Today is Saturday, September 30th. Look at that, dates. And I'm going to be hiking Oxford and Belford. So this is Belford, and you can't actually see Oxford from here. For a full hike review on both of these peaks, they're most commonly hiked together. You can check the link below. So far, about 2 miles into the hike. So you can see the sign here. It's pretty obvious where to go. If you did want to go over to Missouri before or after, you'd go right here, and it's basically impossible not to make it up to the summit. I won't really talk about the walk in because I've done that already. The only thing I'll say is there's a couple stream crossings, and don't necessarily trust every single log in the river. They're not professionally put there, and I've fallen in multiple times. I'll be checking in along the way. Skipping forward a bit here, I'm now on the ridge of Oxford looking back towards Belford, and you can see the route back up to the summit of Belford here. Wow. Here I am on the summit of Mount Oxford. I had to fast forward a bit here in the hike because of the weather, the wind, and the cold just made it really hard to film. So right now you can see the beautiful snow-capped peaks in the distance, and you'll be able to see my route back over to Belford, and I'll show you some shots from the ridge line along the way here. So this video really shows you the weather all day. So windy. Right now I'm working my way slowly back over to Mount Belford, which is the first peak in order today. So you go Mount Belford to Mount Oxford here. You can kind of see there's a little bit of snow on the ground, but it's really not made the hike too difficult. It's actually kind of nice in areas to be able to have some extra grip to it. But the views today are great. The clouds in the distance don't look too bad here, so just hoping everything sticks the way it is. Finally, the wind's dying down a bit. Right now I'm on the ridge making my way back to Mount Belford. You can see this is kind of the steeper part here. The ridge is definitely steeper from this way down to Mount Oxford, so save some energy so when you come back, because you want to make sure you have enough to get back up the ridge here. Whew. So gain the ridge back to Mount Belford. The summit is just a short distance away here. Luckily all of these clouds I've been eyeing all day, really everything looks harmless so far. I'm definitely tired, and can't wait to get back to the summit and get down. When I first came over this in the morning, it was too dark to film, so that's why things are a bit out of order here. But you can see the clouds here in the distance. Everything looks beautiful this time of year. Alright, back on the summit of Mount Belford. So windy. So windy. You can see the survey mark here. Beautiful peaks. Some clouds in the distance. I can't wait to head back down. You can see my general route down into the valley here. Alright, back at the split here. Just got done with Oxford and Belford. I know I keep saying them out of order. Really, it's Belford first and then Oxford. This point of the hike, I hope you're in a good mood, because from here on out, it's pretty much suckfest to the top of Belford here. You might be able to see the trail in the valley here. There's a guy in orange right there, kind of zigs it up. There's another group up there. But essentially, it's about 2,000 feet straight of elevation gain, maybe more, maybe 2,500, 3,000. It's diesel, so just kind of be prepared for that. Dog friendly hike for sure, both peaks, no problem. I would actually recommend micro spikes regardless of the time of year here, because the dirt is pretty steep and kind of eaten out in sections, and I like to have spikes to help me grip, especially on the way down when your legs are tired and a slip is really easy to happen. The spikes kind of help you do that. The ridge from Belford to Oxford, so initially you descend, it's pretty steep. In the snow, it's kind of fun. I'd say borderline class 3, maybe high class 2, depending on how you do it. But definitely that is the steepest section of the ridge. So when you're coming back, kind of save energy for that, as I mentioned earlier. But overall, not my favorite hikes. They're okay. Not as bad as Harvard and Columbia, but they're pretty low down on there because they're just tough, and there's nothing for me. I like class 3, class 4, 5 scramble stuff, and there's not any of that here. So for a full hike review of Mount Belford and Mount Oxford, you can check the link below. Please subscribe to not miss any future hike reviews, and give this video a like if you found it helpful. Thanks for watching.